My second grandbaby, I actually was there when they pulled the baby out my daughter's stomach. She was knocked the freak out. I was woke through the whole process. As a matter of fact, I hold my second grandbaby before my daughter did. My daughter didn't even want to hold her baby. That's all I ever wanted as a mom, as a mother. Growing up and not being a part of anything, not feeling a part of anything, not being on nobody's list to call, to check on, to wonder about, to wish good luck to, not having any of that. I want it different from my kids. I used to talk to my granddaughter every day on the phone when she would come home from school, walking home. I would be on the phone with her. She couldn't wait to get out of school to call her grandmammy. And she called me, and I loved that little girl. She called me so much, and we talked. And she happens to mention something about the baby room and the baby shower. The baby room and the baby shower. What you talking about? And I said, your mama pregnant? Grandma, don't say nothing. Not just I have a relationship with my daughter, but my son and daughter have their own separate relationship, and all the relationship is on the line, or has been really traumatically damaged in some type of way in different situations, scenarios, and different times.
You touch me, send tingles down my spine. You help me feel.
Hello. Hi, Special Spirit Lights. Okay, so it's still pretty early in the day. I just got my setup together so that when I come back, I can do a makeup video. Since I'm going to leave out with no makeup on, I'm just going to put some aloe on my face and kind of let that sit in just for a second. Nadine is getting herself together. We're going to go get, I think, a couple of things from the grocery store. And then we're going to go get some Singapore noodles. That's what I have a taste for. And I got a taste for just something fried, something crunchy. I don't know what I'm going to get to satisfy that craving. But I have a taste for Singapore noodles and something crunchy. I might have to end up frying me some eggplant or something like that. But I don't have no eggs, so I can't even do that. I haven't ate breakfast this morning. I haven't ate anything. Now, yesterday, I did take a step, which was a huge step for me, to call my daughter and try to attempt to see which way we was going to go with our relationship. What can I expect from her, so that I'm not assuming and coming up with all of these ideas in my head, and then it don't go the way that I thought it would go or the way that I wanted it to go, and then I'm disappointed and I'm hurt. And then we're back on this journey where we're no longer speaking to each other. Now, for the past few years, my daughter basically wasn't speaking. My daughter wasn't speaking to me. She didn't even make an attempt to try to fix what went wrong, or just, even if she couldn't fix it, just talk to me and let us know, talk to us and tell us exactly what happened. When I say us, I'm talking about my son, my daughter, me, we, her family, we as a whole, as a family. And not just I have a relationship with my daughter, but my son and daughter have their own separate relationship, and all the relationship is on the line, or has been really traumatically damaged in some type of way in different situations, scenarios, and different times. So when I did talk to her, which I did do story time, y'all know, when I found out about her son, I had went months of thinking that she just cut me off. She just cut me off. I didn't even know a baby was involved, because I have a lot of new subscribers, so you probably will have to go back and see some of the tour story time. And I would try to list some of them down at the bottom so that you can get caught up. But it's probably going to take you a while. You would have to go all the way back to 2015 when I first started my channel. I started my channel based on my life. Oh, my stomach growling. Sorry, y'all. My experiences and my feelings and what I deal with. And I started, when I do ASMR or when I'm vlogging, it's always something that's involved with me, my life, like things that I like or things that happen to me. And I just talk about it. And it's mostly because it's a healing. It's a healing for me, and I know that it can be a healing for someone else. And I'm sure that I'm relatable to someone out there. And I may not be relatable to some people. They may never, ever experience some of the stuff that I experienced, and I never want them to, you know, because I feel like I have more traumatic experiences than, you know, good, you know. But you would have to go back way to 2015 to really get caught up on a whole lot of stuff, because I don't talk about just one specific thing. I had to change my camera. My vlog camera just died on me, and I left the battery in the car because I normally vlog or talk in the car. Okay, the gel is melted into my skin. I want to hurry up and get my wig on because I'm really hungry, and get back so I can do the things that I want to do. But like I was saying, oh my God, my stomach is really growling. I'm gonna feed you. But like I was saying, you know, you definitely would have to go back, way back, to really get caught up on my story times. And I talk about so many different things. But I'm just at the point where I just want to do things a little differently, and I just want to come correct. And I don't want to assume anything anymore, because assuming can get us in a lot of trouble and bring a lot of dramatic hurt in our life for no reason, you know, especially if, like, sometimes maybe, you know, people don't really talk things out. Now, at one point, my daughter did contact me, and she told me that she had a son, which you all know that. I was shocked. I was so shocked, because I was the one who told her the first time when she had came to visit me to pick up the grandkids. I had kept them for the summer, that I believed she was pregnant. And I kept calling her, and I talked to her and her husband, and they both lied to me and told me that they wasn't pregnant. There was no way she could be pregnant. And then I used to talk to my granddaughter every day on the phone when she would come home from school, walking home. I would be on the phone with her. She couldn't wait to get out of school to call her grandmammy. And she called me, and I loved that little girl. She called me so much, and we talked. And she happens to mention something about the baby room and the baby shower. The baby room and the baby shower. What you talking about? And I said, your mama pregnant? Grandma, don't say nothing. Grandma, promise me you won't say nothing. I said, if your mama pregnant, I'm going to say something. Because I asked her was she pregnant, she told me no. why she lied to me, you know? And I was just shocked, but at the same time excited and like, oh my God, my daughter's pregnant again, because she had just, you know, lost twins, and I was supposed to be a big part of that. I was supposed to, I actually had planned, me and Nadine planned to change our life to spend with my daughter, because my daughter worked and, you know, she had a lot going on. She do a lot for herself and her family. I had decided to give up my life in Texas, and my son was gone already on his journey, and me and Nadine was going to travel up to where my daughter was, and we was going to live with her so that I could help her take care of her babies and help the kids get to school. That way she can work and still run her business with her husband. That's what the plans was. And I didn't make this up like I'm just going to do it. She asked me to do it. She asked me, Mom, can you, you know, come and stay with me and help me with the babies when they get here? So I'm so all excited. Matter of fact, I had started making plans to move up and with my daughter before she even, you know, started to really grow into her pregnancy. I was just excited. I was ready to give up my whole life and change everything to just be a part of my daughter's life. I'm just throwing this wig on, y'all. I'm just throwing this wig on because I got to get out this house, and I ain't, you know, I have like terrible anxiety, so my anxiety start happening, the wig coming off, you know what I mean? And literally my wigs attack me when I'm having anxiety. I can't take nothing on me, you know, so I'm not gluing it down or nothing like that. I'm just putting the wig on. This wig is so cute. I'm in love with this wig. It's so cute. But my daughter told me, she told me yesterday, Mom, that's it for that wig. That's it. You know, I've been recognized so much in that wig, and you can't keep wearing it. That's it. You're coming out that wig. So I'm going to be coming out this wig soon, y'all. Come on. My daughter told me, don't put this wig back on. What I'm doing, I'm putting the freaking wig back on. So yeah, I was going to be up there trying to live with her, help her take care of her kids, you know, and just be a part of her life. I was so excited about that. And we had came to, you know, amends in our life that we would just be spending our life together, and that we was whole again as a family. And that's, I think that's all I ever wanted as a mom, as a mother, growing up and not being a part of anything, not feeling a part of anything, not being on nobody's list to call, to check on, to wonder about, to wish good luck to, not having any of that. I want it different from my kids. One of the reasons why I did get married is because I wanted my children to have like a mom, a dad. I wanted my grandkids to have a grandma, granddad, and I wanted to be a big part of my children's life. And I wanted my grandchildren to know that their grandmama loved them, because I had a grandmother. And I lost my grandmother at a very early age. I was around 12. So, but she had such an impact, a big impact on my life. I want to be that impact for my children and for my grandchildren's lives. And just the thought that even everything that I've been through in my life and been through even with my daughter, the fact that there was a chance that we was going to be this whole complete family was completely amazing to me. Like, I was so excited about that. And, you know, unfortunately, she did lose the twins, and I don't know if I can't remember if I told Storytime about that and how it went down. I don't think I had the strength to talk about it because of how it went down and how she contacted me and all the stuff that happened and all of the theories around it. And then plus my sisters had their 2 cents in it of what happened, you know, with the twins, and then what happened, what my daughter kind of told me and didn't tell me. And it was just weird. It was just everything weird, because right after the twins were gone and she lost them, it was very traumatic. And when she told me she was pregnant again, it was around the time that she came back in my life, but she was taking the children back home because they need to go to school. They was leaving me for the summer. And I was in a relationship with my daughter, building a loving relationship all over again. And I'm going around just thinking in my mind, like, oh my God, this is so good. I'm calling my daughter every day. I called her. See, I'm the type of person that once I know that someone wants my love and attention, I'm in it. I will call you every day. I will check on you every day. I will send you an email if I have to. I will write notes about you, thinking about you, sending out prayers for you. That's what kind of person I am. So I'm calling my daughter, calling my granddaughter every day. And then just one day out of the blue, I call her and I'm so excited, about coming up there to stay with her, to visit her. Now some time has passed. I'm jumping all around, rambling, but some time has passed and she had invited me up to her house for Thanksgiving. Now, mind you, I have not known where my daughter lived at. I've never known her physical address ever since she ran away from home. I never known her physical address. So this was huge to me. That was finally gonna, as a mom, walk through the doors of my daughter's house, walk through her house and just, I wanted to be able to say, like, see her personality, see what's in her house and be like, oh my God, this is nice. Oh my God, what is this? See the kids' pictures and see how she decorates. Because I never got to experience that with my daughter at all. So I had all kind of things and I'm going to say fantasies and daydreams going through my head that I was going to be finally a part of her life. That's exactly how I felt. And when I called her one day, we had been keeping in touch with each other because she was supposed to let me know exactly what day to leave and what day I'm going to be up there. She's supposed to give me the address and everything. And just out of the blue, well, not out of the blue, I was calling her every day. So I ain't going to say out of the blue, but I called her. And when I got on the phone with her, she was in her vehicle with her husband and one of her co-workers plus friends. And and I was like, oh my God, I miss you. We miss you already. We miss the kids. It's just like you left, and, I wish that, I wish I didn't have to wait till Thanksgiving to see you. I wish you could come back down. We miss you already. Because remind you that this was in the summertime, like summer was over. It's time for the kids to go back to school. So I think it was somewhere around August. And I was saying that I feel like November is just so far away. And her husband shocked me. I was shook. I ain't gonna lie. He got smart. He said something. I was like, what? He said something smart, as in he cut into my conversation with my daughter and had an attitude. And next thing you know, and I'm not gonna get into that because I already talked about that. I was just trying to understand from my daughter, where's her husband coming from, and why is her friend in the backseat giggling, laughing? What's going on? I didn't know what was going on. I'm still in the mindset of we're in this great relationship. I didn't even know something was wrong. And my daughter was like, Mom, go take your B12. B12. That's how she talked to me. She said, go take your, because I was about to snap. I was like, who he talking to? Who the freak is he talking to like that? He's not going to talk to me like that. And I know I didn't call up there when I called up there as in he's my son-in-law. I'm happy to talk to my daughter. I'm happy to talk to him. And he got this attitude, but where's this attitude coming from? I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't even do anything wrong. So my daughter knew I was about to snap. So she heard but hung up on me. And in the story time, I told you I did. I called her about 12 times. I rung her phone off the hook because I wanted her butt to put her husband on the phone and repeat what he said to me. Because if I'm a mom having a relationship with her daughter and I'm excited about missing her, who is you to come between that and make me feel as though I'm not going to get to have a relationship with my daughter? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. That's what happened. I thought some time went past and my daughter wasn't speaking to me to wait till I cooled down because she knew I was trying to get to her husband. I was trying to get to him. And, you know, so I said, okay, yeah, my daughter's trying to like, you know, ignore me, not talk to me or nothing like that because she knew I'm going to get her husband for how he talked to me. So as some time went past, I'm talking about like a couple of months, I called back and I say, you know, hey, I haven't heard from you. I just want to talk to you. I had a dream. And in this dream, my dream told me you was pregnant. And I just want to confirm with you that you're, you know, if you're pregnant. She called me back. She called me back. She was like, no, Mom, I'm not pregnant. Don't tell me about your crazy dream. Your dreams are crazy. No, I'm not pregnant. I said, you sure? Because normally my spirit don't lie to me. You know, I feel like you're pregnant. I said, let me talk to your husband. She said, no, Mom, I'm not letting you talk to him because I know you're going to go off. I said, no, I'm not going to go off. I just want to ask him a question. I promise you I'm going to go off. She know when I say I promise I'm not going to do something, she know I keep my word. I'm just one of them people because word is everything. He gets on the phone. He gets on the phone and I said, hey, how you doing? He said, hey, Mom. I said, so are y'all pregnant? He looking to the side. Look, are you pregnant? He's still looking. He's smiling. No. So y'all not pregnant? No. Nobody's pregnant. Not pregnant? No. I said, have you been to the doctor? No, we would know if she's pregnant. I said, okay. Can you look at her stomach? Can you feel her stomach? I think she's pregnant. No, she's not pregnant. So on the phone, she cracking up laughing. She giggling, man. She laughing so hard. She can't even stop laughing. Mom, you crazy. I said, okay, maybe you're not pregnant, but I feel like, I really feel in my heart, like I feel something. Like I'm connected to my kids. I know when something is going on. I feel like you're pregnant. No, she's not pregnant. So right after that, you know, I was talking to my granddaughter on the phone one day. And of course, in story time, y'all know we was going back and forth because my daughter had bought me a phone and she cut the phone off. She cut the phone off and told me that she paid the bill and the phone was on and kept telling me she was on the phone with the phone company and I was believing her. So one day before she cut the phone off, I was talking to my granddaughter because I talk to her every day. And because even though my daughter wasn't speaking to me, my granddaughter had her own phone number, and my daughter let me call her on her phone and my granddaughter would call me. But then it got to the point where my granddaughter would say, Grandma, hey, I just called to tell you I love you. Well, why are you whispering? Well, I can't talk too long, Grandma. I'm not supposed to call you today. I'm like, what? Why you can't call me? What's going on? So then one day I called her again. I said, hey, I've been trying to call your mom. Your mom not answering the phone. I've been trying to call your dad. He's not answering the phone. I said, is everything okay with them? Yeah. I said, so is something wrong with her phone? No. I said, do you think she get my calls? Yeah, Grandma, she getting your calls. She getting your calls, Grandma. I said, so why won't she call me back? Because I can't tell you. I'm gonna call to you tomorrow, Grandma. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So the next day my granddaughter called me. She telling me about her life and everything, and we conversating. And through the conversation, my granddaughter told me that her mom was fixing up the baby's room and getting ready for the baby shower. And I was stunned. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, she pregnant? Grandma, please don't tell Mommy. Don't tell Mommy I told you. Promise me you won't say nothing. I said, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something. And then my grandbaby like, oh God. So I called my daughter. And I told my daughter that it slipped out of my granddaughter's mouth. But my granddaughter said she's pregnant. And my daughter basically, you know, she was mad. She was upset with my grandbaby. And she told me she wasn't going to discuss it with me and that she'll call me back. I didn't hear from her no more. I kept calling her. I was literally like stalking her. Kept calling. And then one day, she cut my phone off. So of course I couldn't call her no more. So I started calling her from Nadine's phone. And you know what she do? She blocks. She blocks Nadine's phone. So then I started contacting her through her Facebook. You know what she does? She blocks us. She blocks us from that, and she cut us off. She cut us off, and I was just like shocked and like, okay, well, let me let some time go by. She gonna contact me. She gonna contact me. And I waited. So then I got slick and I started calling her from my son's number. She changes her phone number. And I didn't hear nothing else from her. And then one day, I was in bed, and me and Nadine was, watching something on her phone, and we was talking, and the phone rang, and it was my daughter, and we both were staring at it. We were shocked. We knew it was her because she's the only person we know in a certain area with a certain area code. We knew it was her. And I answered the phone and I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "Well, I know you're mad and everything, but I've been thinking, and I just want to tell you, what was going on in my life." And I said, okay. She says, "Well, I had a son." So in my mind, I'm thinking that the baby was just born. Even though she just locked me out of the pregnancy. Maybe she wasn't pregnant during the time that she told me that she wasn't pregnant. But now it's 8.5 months going on. 9 months later, she's contacting me. So 9 months, I'm thinking like, whoa, snap, oh snap. Like now mind you, it wasn't 9 months from the time that I asked her was she pregnant. It was like, I think when I asked my daughter was she pregnant, she was maybe a month, and she just found out she was pregnant. I'm not sure, but the baby basically was going on between 8 months and a year. If I'm not mistaken, I think the baby was between 8 months and a year. I'm not sure because I don't want to state. I'm not sure, but I know that the baby was no longer like a 6-month-old baby anymore. It was no longer a 1-month-old baby. It was not a newborn baby. And when I was like, okay, she said I had a son. So I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking, all right, she just had a baby. She get ready to show me the baby. And when me and Nadine looked at the phone, the baby was an older baby. And I was just like, I asked you, were you pregnant? I'm thinking maybe you got pregnant later on down the road and you just not having a baby. So you was pregnant when I talked to you. She's like, yeah, I was. I said, so why did you lie to me? Well, we made a decision, not to let nobody be a part of what we had going on. And I said, but I just went through the dramatic thing of you losing the twins. Why wouldn't you want me to be a part of your new pregnancy or at least know that the baby was born? Well, it had nothing to do with you. You shouldn't feel sad about it. You shouldn't take it personal. It's just my own decision. And even though it was her decision, she's right. I need to know. But why? But why couldn't we be a part of that? Why couldn't I be a part of that? Why couldn't your family be a part of that? And she went on into, because they lost the twins, they decided to get pregnant again and keep it a secret, and the baby would just be about them, and nobody would be included. It'd just be about their family. So I didn't understand that. I still don't understand to this day. Now, if I be honest and be real, keep it real, and then I'm gonna go get me something to eat. So I'm hungry. I got my wig on. I felt like at the time that maybe her husband decided that he's married to her, he got her pregnant, those are his kids, and he made a decision that his kids wouldn't have nothing to do with her family. And she went along with it. That's how I felt. And I was asking her why, just so I wouldn't feel that way. I didn't want to, assuming that that could be the reason. And no matter how I tried to get down to the nitty gritty and get down to the truth, she was just dancing around it. She was just dancing around it. She wanted me to be really happy and joyful, but I wasn't. And I'm still not to this day. I'm still I feel traumatized by it. I feel like I missed out on something, and I didn't get to see her pregnant. I didn't get to, talk to her. I didn't get to comfort her. I didn't get to come to the hospital. I didn't get to see the baby born. And it was important to me because my second grandbaby, I actually was there when they pulled the baby out my daughter's stomach. She was knocked the freak out. I was woke through the whole process. As a matter of fact, I hold my second grandbaby before my daughter did. My daughter didn't even want to hold her baby because she was like unconscious and pain, just didn't want to, I hold the baby. And it's my daughter, when I think about my children, I think about when they were born, and I want to be a part of the traumatic and the great things and the challenges, everything that happens in their life. I would like to be a part of the memories, and she wouldn't give me a real answer till this day. Till this day, she will not give me a real answer. And I'm still be trying to get the truth out of her. I really want to know the truth. Because this baby came into this world and I didn't get to introduce myself as a grandmother to this baby, and I feel like if you have grandparents that want to be a part of their grandchildren's lives, they shouldn't take that away from the grandchildren, no matter how you feel about them. If you feel like they love the grandchildren, or they great grandparents, they give them a chance to at least be a grandparent, at least. And I know my daughter left her daughter with me, and at one point wasn't even gonna come back and get her. So I know that she knows that I'm not only a good mother but a good grandparent. And even if I didn't get to spend time with my grandchild, at least give me the opportunity to have been a part of the fact that they came into this world, and I didn't get that. And I was just shocked. And I feel like when my daughter did contact me, she contacted me when her husband wasn't around. Because right after that, after she didn't apologize, she just said that she wanted to, try to have a relationship and so that I know that I got the grandkids and stuff like that. And back then when she contacted me, even though I was like shocked about the baby, I was asking about the granddaughters. She didn't let me speak to them. She didn't send me no pictures of them. She didn't let me know how they was doing. And I kept on asking about them. She kept dancing around like she didn't want me to have any involvements with my granddaughters. So I was like, okay, well, maybe she'll call me back. She'll call me back. So she didn't call me back. So I kept calling her because I know she contacted me, and she would not answer the phone. And I was just so confused. Like, why contact me? Why let me see the baby? And then I go to contact you back. You tell me that it wasn't me and I didn't do anything, and this was about you and your husband, and I shouldn't be sad about it. But then I go to start calling you and you don't answer the phone. She didn't answer the phone for months. Now months done went past again. And now I think I just started going through like another down spiral, and another hurt. Like how you call me, show me the baby, and then I don't hear from you again. Now I got your number and you're not answering it. And then one day, I just happened to be in bed and just thinking about it. I was like, wow, because, some time have went on, I haven't heard from my daughter, and I'm living my life, I'm doing my own thing, and I'm not bothering her no more. She called me out the blue and showed me this baby. And then right after that, I don't hear from her no more. No freaking more. No freaking more. When I finally heard from my daughter again, and I finally heard from her again, It was recently. It was recently. I heard from her again. And all I could think about is like, And see, I'm at this point where I don't. When I talked to my daughter on the phone, she did mention that she keep thinking about family and, you know, how the family's not close. And I said, the family is close. You're not close to the family. You're not in the family, but we're close, you know. And she said, well, I just want, you know, all of us to be close, you know. Just listen to her, hearing everything she had to say. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, do I be okay with the fact that I was able to move on, and able to move on knowing that I would never get to know my grandson, and I'll probably never see my grandkids again until they come looking for me and when they're grown, and just be okay with the fact that my daughter chose not to have me a part of her life. You know, so I was moving on with my life, and now she's talking to me again, and now I'm just stuck. I'm stuck like I don't want to start nothing with her. You know, kids have a habit of saying like, when you start wanting to talk to them about stuff that you want clarity, I come to realize that every time my daughter came in and out my life, it wasn't 3 weeks later, a month later, 2 months later. I am going to be 50 years old very shortly. And my daughter has been coming in and out my life ever since she left at the age of 15. And every time she showed up back in my life, sometimes a phone call, sometimes a visit, sometimes she came to live with me, sometimes I picked her up. No matter which way it was, she was back in my life. And I never talked to her about the betrayal, the hurt, the cookies. Talk to her about the cookies of the betrayal and hurt that she would leave behind each time. Because every time she showed up, I just wanted it to be where it's a fresh start. Maybe this time the family will be whole, will be close. And, you know, the past is the past. And I kind of put it in the back of my mind. She's young. She's a young girl. Each time, even as she got older, I would still say, well, she still got growing to go. She still got growing to do. She still got spiritual growth to do. I would find some excuse to just let it be okay, to compress the hurt and betrayal that she left me with every time she entered my life. It would literally be years when I would see her again. Years. And each time got worse and got worse. And I think this last time was just too much for me. It was just too much for me. So this time, you know, I wanted to do things differently so that maybe cookies of hurt, betrayal, and dishonesty will not be left behind. And I think we do that as parents. We take the blame for everything that goes wrong. We let our children blame us for everything that goes wrong, even when they're grown. They're grown people, and they create things. They create situations that happens in their life that you have nothing to do with, and they'll find a way to blame you for it. And I think because she is my daughter, I just kept pushing it down in my spirit and in my soul, and just hoping that this time things would be different. Now you're trying to start something, and I don't want to start nothing. I just want to be sure that, I'm not assuming that you're trying to be completely and 100 in my life. Maybe it's only about the grandchildren. If it's only about the grandchildren, then I will make it only about the grandkids. And if it's only, where she says, you may only hear from me once a year, then that's all I would expect from her. I wouldn't expect anything else, And if she says she want more than that, then I want to hear her tell me what she want, where she coming from, and then I will go from there. But anyway, okay, you guys, I will keep y'all updated. I haven't heard from my daughter. Like I said earlier, she didn't call me back.
Testing 1 2 1 2. It's been a long day. You just wanna go away. You can't sleep at night, and now I'm here. I can't promise tomorrow, but you're gonna feel out today. We can tangle it away. Now I'm here.